So I am here with my Q&A video, so let's get started. Anonymous asks, why is your hair so perfect? My hair isn't so perfect. So I don't know how to answer that. My hair is riddled with problems, but thank you for thinking my hair is perfect. Next anonymous question. How did you get your eye color? Well, sweet Anon. One day, a man and a woman met on the beach. They decided to start dating. They decided to get married. And they decided to make a baby omelet by scrambling sperm and eggs. And then I was born. And their DNA made my eye color. Yeah. Alright. Rose asks, what's your favorite thing you've seen Catherine Tate and Alex Kingston separately in, and what movie do you think they'd be perfect in? My favorite thing that I've ever seen Catherine Tate in, I think it's a straight tie between the Catherine Tate Show and Doctor Who. The Catherine Tate Show was the first thing I ever saw her in. My friend Amy actually introduced me to it because it was her mom's favorite show, and she was like, "You must see it," and I was like, "Okay," and her mom made us tea and beans on toast, and we watched the Catherine Tate Show, so it will always have a special place in my heart. Alex Kingston, we all know how I feel about River Song, but I'm going to have to go with ER because I grew up watching ER. My parents never missed an episode, and although I don't think I was able to appreciate it as much when I was little because I was little, I just knew that it was quality. So, ER. What movie would I want to see them in? Well, if I could see them in a movie together, and I'm assuming a movie that's already been made, I would like to see their interpretation of Losing Chase, which is a movie with Helen Mirren and Kira Sedgwick. I think that would be really great. And then, you see, it's really hard to pick movies that are already established. I don't know. I'd really like to see Alex Kingston's interpretation of Martha from Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. But you see, Elizabeth Taylor was so wonderful. So that's really hard. I don't know if I can answer that to the best of my ability, but I would really like to see Catherine Tate in a movie with Tina Fey and or Amy Poehler. That's what I want. Little Queen X asks, Dear Lauren, your makeup is always flawless. What are some of your favorite products, and do you have any advice? XOXO Amanda. Amanda, my makeup is not always flawless, but I will answer your question. My favorite product at the moment is the Urban Decay Naked Palette. It has every neutral color you could ever want or need, and it's just really good quality. The Voluminous Millions of Lashes is my favorite mascara at the moment, which is a drugstore mascara. I really like, Urban Decay. Urban Decay liners are my favorite. Some MAC eyeshadows. I don't recommend putting MAC foundation on your face. At least not for me, because I have hypersensitive skin, and it just breaks me out, and it's bad news bears all around. Any advice? Watch your grandma put on makeup? That's what I did. When I was 3, I remember waking up at my grandparents' house, and my grandpa was making waffles, and I was like, Grandpa, where's Grandma? And he was like, she's fixing a face. And I was like, no. He said, she's putting on her face. And my 3-year-old mind went, Grandma takes off her face at night? So I, like, slid out of the chair and, like, James bonded it to, like, my grandparents' bedroom. Then, like, I crawled, like, into the bathroom and, like, peeked my head around my grandma's, like, vanity. And I just, like, stared. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, Grandpa said that you were putting your face on, and I just thought it would be a good idea for me to know how to do that for when I'm older. I don't know how to take my face off. And then she laughed, because that's ridiculous to think that she actually took her face off. And then whenever I was at their house, or they were babysitting us at my parents' house, I would watch her put on her makeup. It was my favorite thing to do. Besides that, moisturize, blend, exfoliate. That's what I can say about that. Amanda also asks, if the doctor showed up on your doorstep and said you got one trip, what time would you visit, and who would you want to meet? I would really, really, really like to meet Lucille Ball. She's one of my favorite people ever. I would also really like to meet Judy Garland. But, like, there's so many time periods I would like to go to, but realistically, everyone tells me that, everyone in my family tells me that I remind them of my grandma Dorothy, or my great-grandma Dorothy, who I never got to meet. So I think I'd actually just like to travel back in time as far as meeting my great-grandma Dorothy, because I want to meet the woman who apparently I'm a lot like. I know it's nothing, like, exciting, like, it's not like the Roaring 20s or anything, but I'd just really like to meet her. Alright. Esme asks, what have been your top 3 favorite roles to play? Alright, well, I think I would have to pick Dorothy when I was 5, because that's the first play musical I was ever in. Did I just call The Wizard of Oz Dorothy? I played Dorothy. I don't remember. I'm going to have to go look back at the video now. Second favorite would have to be... we did a play called If Sherlock Holmes Was a Woman, and I got to play Shirley Holmes. So, because of reasons, that would be my number 2. And then, when I played Jan in Grease, that was a lot of fun, because I got to be really crazy, and no one could tell me I couldn't. I'd be like, I'm just going to bring this on stage because it seems like a good idea, and everyone's like, oh, okay. I was like, yes. I feel like Jan's like the ultimate, like, fangirl when it comes to anything. At least that's how I saw her. So it was just an even more hyper version of myself, which was great. It was great. Esme also